Is SaaS, software as a service, dying? AI can now generate entire software products from a simple prompt, no coding required. But the real disruption isn't just in how we build software, it is how we market software, sell software. Hey everyone, I wanted to do a video today talking about the ever popular saying that SaaS, software as a service, is dying. That is mainly by the penetration of new AI-based tools that is basically removing the technical barriers from software development. Meaning, anyone can easily generate software products without much technical knowledge using tools like Base 44, Lovable Dev, Cursor. No coding required. But the real shift is in the business models. What happens in a world where everyone can recreate software products in minutes? Well, it is no longer about who can develop software the fastest. AI can do that for you. The real question is, why would you want to pay a SaaS tool if they can clone it themselves? Essentially, there are no more moats in the technology itself. The barriers to entry are gone. Now, SaaS companies used to compete based on features, but now features alone are essentially becoming a commodity. If someone can generate a working replica of your tool in 10 minutes, what does that make yours? Why and what makes it special? Cloning is essentially becoming cheap and easy. Functional differences are irrelevant if anyone can copy them. A lot of the subscription models are now under pressure. Why pay for a tool when you can replicate it in a few hours of work? And UI also is not really a moat anymore because, again, it's easily replicatable. If the functionality and the design can be replicated, what remains? Now, let's pause for a second. We are not quite there yet. It's really easy to make a good, reasonably good MVP, minimum viable product. I think there is a large gap between an MVP to a fully functioning product that people would actually pay for and use. I think a lot of the things that you pay for are also oriented around community integrations, around unique proprietary knowledge, and more complex products and network effects. So those are not really easily replicatable. But let's even put it aside and talk about a future when all these things are easily replicatable and have essentially been commoditized. What's left? Well, if SaaS can be cloned, what actually makes a company defensible? Well, there are three main things. Network effects. You can copy a product, but it's much harder to copy a thriving marketplace, for example, or active user base. Brand and trust. Well, people don't buy based on pure logic. As we all know, we buy from brands that we recognize, that we trust. We use our gut, we use feelings. There are a lot of psychological hooks and biases, and we are no rational buyers. And the third element is ecosystem and, of course, distribution. Winning isn't just about having the software itself, having the functionality. It is about owning audience, owning distribution. Example, even though a tool like Notion can be copied, users stick to it due to the integration, the support, and the habit, the easiness, the connectivity, etc. Even when a cheaper AI alternative exists, people still choose to pay for products they trust, they're familiar with. Why? Because purchasing is not logical, it is emotional. Familiarity beats functionality. Brand trust reduces decision fatigue, and customer experience and services matter more than ever. In essence, it is so much more important in this environment to be able to market, to grow, and to differentiate your product. A great example is a company like Slack. Why companies still pay for Slack, even though there are so many free alternatives? Well, because it's a hell of a product. It has an amazing user interface. It is a great brand, and they've been crafting it and having the community, having integrations, and having all the different parts for a long time now. It is much harder to replicate something like Slack. Sure, you can replicate it technically, but you cannot replicate it as a cohesive product. My point is that there is so much more to a product and to a company other than just the technical aspect of the product. Now, SaaS is far from being dead. It is changing, it is evolving. If you want to survive, here are my key 4 tips. Number 1, own distribution and invest early on in growth and in acquiring users before competitors can copy you. Build network effects. Community and data are so much harder to replicate than the code. Prioritize branding and trust over just features. We are living in a world where brand and where differentiation matters so much more than it has before. And companies that are different, as we've seen with Wiz as an example, Wiz, cybersecurity company, was just acquired by Google. It matters so much. And number 4, adapt pricing models. Subscriptions may shift towards consumption-based models, which is a whole different discussion, but you need to be flexible, you need to be adaptable and serve and delight your audience wherever it is. So, SaaS, at least for now, is not dying. It is being forced to evolve. The real winners won't be the best coders and having the best features and technical aspects, but the best marketeers, the best brand builders, the best community leaders, meaning those who have the distribution, the integrations, and essentially building a superior product, because a product is so much more than the technical, functional aspect. What do you think? Is AI killing software as a service, SaaS products, or is just changing the game? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear your take. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to get more of my content, like, subscribe for more.